Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Christian Goff, and this is my reflection for Clinical Field Experience D. For this experience, I continue working with my certified special education mentor, which is Miss Raymanda Rigsby. In our planning meeting, we reviewed the intervention plan I created during Clinical Field Experience C. We focused on the student who had shown difficulty with the place value concepts, particularly understanding the value of digits in three-digit numbers and translating numbers into expanded and word form. We choose to implement the intervention strategies during the upcoming third grade math lesson that focus on place value and number form, specifically building a decomposing three-digit number using base 10 blocks. The lesson was a great match for my intervention plan, as this number used base 10 blocks targeted the exact skills that students were struggling with. I selected 3 intervention strategies to use during this lesson: visual support, such as place value charts and color-coded numbers; hands-on manipulatives like base 10 blocks and guided small group instruction with frequent checks for understanding. These strategies were chosen to meet the student's specific needs based on previous data and observation from earlier field experiences. During the lesson, I worked with the student in a small group setting. We began by reviewing a place value chart together using color-coded numbers to represent hundreds in blue, tens in green, and ones in red. The visual support helped the student better understand how digits represent different values depending on their place. Next, we transitioned into using base 10 blocks. I asked the student to build the number 346 using the blocks, and then walk me through how they would write it in expanded form. Initially, the student needed prompting, but after a few guided examples, they independently built 346, and they accurately explained that it equals 300 plus 40 plus 6. Throughout the activity, I paused frequently to ask comprehension questions, such as what does 4 in the number represent? Or can you show me the number that has 300? These quick checks help reinforce the understanding and allow me to monitor whether I need to adjust my instruction at the moment, or are they really grasping the concept? One thing that stood out was the students' increased confidence when using manipulatives. Before, they often guessed answers and hesitated. During the activity, that they were much more engaged in and willing to explain their thinking. In the future, I would consider breaking the lesson into 2 parts to give more time for reflection and verbal explanation. I would also add an exit ticket or a visual graphic organizer the student could complete independently to reinforce the concepts learned. One of the interventions that could easily be implemented at home is the use of visual supports, especially place value charts. I would recommend sending home a laminated version of the place value chart, color-coded columns, along with a set of printable base 10 blocks. Parents could help their child practice building numbers and writing them in expanded form. This is not only reinforce classroom learning, but also helps families become more involved in their child's math development using a hands-on approach. This experience really helped me see how important it is not only to plan interventions, but to flexibly implement them in a way that responds to the students' moment-to-moment needs. I saw firsthand how visual aids and manipulatives can make abstract math concepts much more accessible. In my future classroom, I will continue to use these type of supports, especially in small group instruction, and make sure to incorporate regular formative assessments during lessons so I can adjust my teaching in real time. This experience has strengthened my confidence in working with students who receive special education services and reminded me of the value of collaboration with mentor teachers. That's all I have. Thank you for taking the time to view my reflection video. I look forward to continuing to apply what I've learned in both my fieldwork and my future classroom experience. Thank you, guys.